The Coachella Valley will be dealing with the aftermath of Tropical Storm Hilary for a long time.
Yeah, Karen, all that water and mud flow, especially here along the I-10 corridor, causing so much damage. After all, it was a 1,000-year storm in one small part of the San Bernardino Mountains. Happened to be right at the head of Mission Creek that flows into the Coachella Valley. Now, that water proved to be too much for the infrastructure, also proving that not much is stronger than the power of water.
Some places with some really tall vertical cut banks.
1 month after Hilary, we visited the Pearson Boulevard Bridge in Desert Hot Springs, where floodwaters nearly wiped out one of the footings. Last week, we returned.
The city had to come in and have a structural engineer take a look at this. The structural engineer determined that the bridge could be repaired and maintained its integrity.
Jason Yulee is the general manager of the Riverside County Flood Control District. Hilary was a game changer.
When the flood came through, it deepened and widened this a little bit, and although there was a lot of damage that came from Tropical Storm Hilary, we're also trying to take advantage of where it did leave us with some benefits.
The creek still flows in the dead of summer. Just upstream, Indian Canyon looked like this after the storm, totally wiped out. Flood control worked with the city on the plan to rebuild the crossing.
In the process of doing that, they said, hey, Jason, you know, we've got a little more capacity in the stream. Can we take advantage of that to put in some slightly bigger culverts so that this road flows less often?
This crossing is considered an interim structure, one that could remain in place, however, for decades, because flood control is a very slow, long-term planning process. This area, part of a 50-year plan.
Eventually, there's going to be a fully engineered channel and maybe even a bridge here.
Hilary wiped out crossings at Dillon and Little Morongo before closing down I-10, causing a train derailment and heading down valley toward the hardest hit area in Cathedral City. A floodplain map ended up being very accurate down to the street on where the flooding hit. Phase 1 of a project to help could start as soon as next year.
There is progress on the North Cathedral City stormwater project.
Lorraine Garcia is the communication manager for Coachella Valley Water District.
There would be a stormwater channel that would be built north of the 10, and it would go underneath the I-10, underneath the Union Pacific Railroad, and then ultimately it would go south to put the water into the Coachella Valley Whitewater River Stormwater Channel.
The first phase will cost around $10 million. The project would also help protect areas of Thousand Palms, like the Tri-Palms Estates, that were also slammed with flooding. While those communities face terrible flooding, a number of flood control projects worked in the valley, saving thousands of homes. This is video from 2017, floodwaters raging through a mobile home park at the south end of Palm Springs. Last year, the Flood Control District was in the process of completing a new storm drain to protect that community. This is what it looked like on the day before Hilary. It wasn't quite done, but they were still able to use it to protect hundreds of homes.
We were able to get it done just in time so that we could open that inlet the day before Tropical Storm Hilary. And having that inlet opened helped prevent a repeat of what happened in 2017 where this whole area flooded.
Millions of dollars in infrastructure, all designed to protect lives and property from the power of water.